Rose came down bad on his left foot. See him holding onto his knee and down.
This is a moment Derrick Rose wishes never happened. His career would never be the same. Injuries suck, and some injuries completely changed the course of an NBA career. Today we will look at the greatest NBA careers that injuries stopped. Welcome back to Informathletics. Let's get into it.
And it's a 3.
Coming in first, we have Tracy McGrady. Now, Tracy McGrady had a great career, but unfortunately, injuries would slow it down prematurely. At the age of only 29, his numbers started to take a dramatic drop. Prior to this, he led the league in scoring 2 years in a row, averaging 32.1 points per game and 28.0 points per game. His last good season was in 2008, where he averaged 21.6 points, 5.1 total rebounds, 5.9 assists, 1.0 steals, 0.5 blocks, and 2.4 turnovers. No question he was a great player. In fact, Kobe Bryant once said that Tracy McGrady was one of the most difficult players to guard because he could do anything and everything. He was already being plagued a little bit by injuries in 2008, but the sad thing is, this was his last season where he put up good numbers. After that, his career went down the dumps, unfortunately. So no question, his NBA career is one that was very much impacted by an injury. Next, we have Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was an elite point guard, one of the most explosive and athletic point guards in NBA history. He won an MVP. He was the best player on a great team. But as we just saw at the beginning of this video, he tore his ACL and hasn't been the same since. His points per game dropped significantly. While he's turned his career to become a good role player, he's just not the same as what he was before the injury. In 2011, this is what he averaged: 25 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1 steal, 0.6 blocks, and 3.4 turnovers. He would shoot 48% from 2, and he would get to the rim. He also would shoot 86% from the free throw line. You have to wonder, what would Derrick Rose's career look like if he had never gotten injured? Well, the trajectory definitely changed quite a bit after that injury occurred, which is why he's on the list.
Well, Anthony, I don't blame you, Reg. In the game, you'll be fresh.
Next, we have Brandon Roy from the Trailblazers. I remember that Brandon Roy was the talk of the league because he just exploded onto the scene in Portland, scoring a lot of points and doing everything he could to help his team win. But when he got injured, things changed dramatically. He wouldn't play in the 2012 season, and while he got another shot in 2013, he only ended up playing 5 games for the Minnesota Timberwolves and eventually retired. So his career definitely ended way early, which is sad because he was an amazing player to watch. In 2009, he averaged 22.6 points per game, 4.7 total rebounds, 5.1 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.3 blocks, and 1.9 turnovers. He would shoot 50% from 2 and 38% from 3. Also, he would get to the line frequently, shooting 82%. He was that iconic Trailblazer player prior to the coming of Damian Lillard, and it's unfortunate because we never got to see them play together because that would have been amazing. His career definitely changed because of an injury.
Roy with Brooks on him for 3. Got it! Yes!
Up next, we have Grant Hill. Now, Grant Hill had a pretty good career prior to his major injury, but the thing is he had a lot of injuries that prevented him from playing. I mean, we're not just talking about load management here. We're talking about real injuries that prevent a player from playing an entire season. His last big season before he started having injury problems was in 2000, and he put up some incredible numbers: 25.8 points per game, 6.6 total rebounds, 5.2 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.6 blocks, and 3.2 turnover. He would shoot 50% from 2, nearly 80% from the free throw line, and was overall an amazing player. He started getting injuries the following season, and he even missed the entire 2004 season due to an ankle injury. After that, he played pretty good in 2005, but slowly would decay off, and you have to wonder, what would his career be like if he had never gotten injured? It's definitely unfortunate that Grant Hill got injured. And last but certainly not least, Greg Oden. Now this one might be a little controversial because you look at Greg Oden and he did absolutely nothing in the NBA. But that's the point, isn't it? He was injured for more seasons than he wasn't injured for in his NBA career. His rookie season, he didn't play the entire time due to a knee injury. From the 2011 season through the 2013 season, he was also injured due to knee injuries. So if anyone were to fit the category of an NBA career that injuries stopped, it's gotta be Greg Oden. Now if you remember, he was actually picked number 1 out of the 2007 draft, ahead of Kevin Durant. That's right, he was picked ahead of Kevin Durant. At least the Trailblazers saw that he had some enormous potential, but his career never even got started because he was injured. Here are some of his best numbers he ever put up in the season that he played the most games in. He averaged 8.9 points per game, 7 rebounds, 0.5 assists, 0.4 steals, 1.1 blocks, and 1.4 turnovers. He had some pretty good shooting numbers from 2 and shot 64% from the free throw line. Unfortunately, we'll never know what his career would have been like had he not been injured, which is why he is arguably the most important person on this list, because injury definitely stopped his NBA career. Overall, some of these players still had great careers. You look at Derrick Rose, he won an MVP, he's still in the league today. Tracy McGrady, he's a legend, he has some iconic moments. Grant Hill, known to be a great player, and Brandon Roy also had a great stretch of seasons. But overall, definitely injury changed the trajectory of their career, and for many of them, it ended their career prematurely. Let me know what you think. Is there anyone else that we could have included on this list? Hopefully we don't see any more injuries coming about in the NBA, because it would be great to see each player reach their full potential. Thanks for watching.
Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna